This concept, when it comes to natural law and when it comes to the understanding of the difference between natural law and man, is all about knowledge. And there will be solipsists out there who will say nothing can truly be known. That will always be brought up when it comes to this. When I talked about the trivium process, you know that will always elicit this notion that the truth cannot actually really be known, and we cannot know what the laws of nature actually are. That somehow the universe is an eternal torture device that we're placed into, not actually know how it operates and functions. And this is bunk. There is such a thing as knowledge. It exists and it is knowable. The end. That's the truth. Because the biggest lie is just that. The knowledge cannot be known. I've never said we're going to come to know the totality of the mind of God. That's not what I'm talking about when I talk about knowledge. I'm talking about how effects come into being through causality. And if you want to say you don't know every single in and out of it, well, guess what? Not one person does know the totality of it. That's not what it's about. It's about understanding it well enough to put it into practice such that you do no harm in the world. I like how Terence McKenna actually worded this. He said there is such a concept called true enough, that if you get bogged down in trying to understand every single solitary little tiny minutia, you lose sight of the forest for the tree. You're studying the vein in the leaf, and you're not understanding the connection of that wonderful tree to the forest around it, to the living planet that made it possible, and to life itself. You're not seeing the totality of the picture. Understanding how things manifest on the plane of effects through the knowledge of how causal factors work. And that knowledge is knowable, ladies and gentlemen. Something that is inherent to creation, that man did not make, but man can come to understand, can come to know and put into practice in his life through a connection with that oneness, through a connection with that divinity within himself, through a connection with the all spirit. And again, the word all spirit is natural, neter all. The word itself contains the concept. Everything comes from that spirit or divine source. And if we make a one-to-one connection with that, we can come to understand how that totality operates enough that we can do no harm in the world and create true order in our lives.